I almost forgot that I had to go live, friends. I was enjoying reading your comments so much. Welcome. My name is Alicia, but as always, you can call me Crafty Owl. If you are here with us live, make sure to say hey and where you're watching from over in the live chat. If you're here on the replay, let us know where you're watching from down in that comment section below. Now, as you get settled in for today's live stream or the replay, I do have a poll up over in the chat. So if you're here with us live, go ahead and vote on it. And if you're here with us at the replay, let me know what you would have voted on down in the comment section. So today's question is about the theme of today's live. I want to know, have you been a member of the Tailored Expressions Combo Club in the past? Yes, and if you have, let me know which one, or if you've subscribed to both, let me know that in the chat. No, you haven't, or you didn't know about it. So if you didn't know about it, we're going to talk about it some more today. The reason why I'm doing this live is these are clubs that you just have a small window to get signed up for. And in past years where I have shared what I have created with them, people were like, oh no, I didn't even know about this. So I want to make sure that if you're interested in trying this out, you can get some more information on it and you won't miss the window, which we'll talk about here in a minute, when you have to have ordered or subscribed by. Down in the comment section below, sorry, not the comment section, down in the description box below, I do have some affiliate links for the Combo Club. And if you're here with us live, make sure that Nightbot will be sharing the links over in that live chat if you want to check that out. Again, most of the links I share are affiliate links, which means I might make a small portion of that sale, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. Anytime you ever watch one of your artists here on YouTube or anywhere else and they have those links, it's always great if you'll click on those and use them. That helps us out. So I did have a couple comments that I wanted to get to. And I probably have more people that have answered now, but that chat is flying. But Karen, who, by the way, will be going live with me tomorrow morning for this month's Color Cube Live. She said that she subscribed to the stamp and stencil combo and loved it, and she's super excited for the next one. Awesome. And Iris Monkeys, who was my Stamp Joy table mate in 2024, says she did the combo club with the Create and Quads and last year's with the stamp and stencil. And let's see, Susan, which I think it was Susan Rushton who said she hopes she doesn't miss her meeting today. And then somebody said, let us know when it is and we can remind you. Yes, we don't want anybody missing their meeting. So if you can help her out in the chat. But she has only done the stencil and stamp combo club, was new to Tailored Expressions then. So yes, I hope that, you'll consider checking it out after our little live stream today. And speaking of that, when I get into creating, please make sure that if you have a question or comment that I specifically need to answer or address, that you type question or Crafty Al in all caps in front of it. That way, as the chat is flying by over there, those are going to be the ones that I can catch. Now, if you just have a general crafty question, as I always say, I have the friendliest chat and they're also knowledgeable and would be willing to help you out. But, if it's something about what I'm doing specifically, then definitely let me know and I will get to those when I can. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll here because I have something else we need to do. If you are a channel member and you're not logged in with the account that has the channel membership, I know some of you are members under different accounts, make sure to get logged in under that and come back, because in maybe 5 minutes, here in a little bit, you're going to get to help me decide on something for today's live stream. So let's go ahead and end the current poll. And it is, okay, so 56% of you said no, you have not subscribed. 23% said you didn't know about it, which again, we're going to chat about the 2025 one here in a minute. And 19% of you have subscribed to one or more of them. And Leanne had a question, which Leanne, we will get to that in a few minutes when I'm going to show you the Tailored Expressions website. Oh yes, and Susan, thank you for the reminder. If you are enjoying today's stream, as always, I do appreciate your stamp of approval. Give this video a thumbs up, maybe share it with a crafty friend who is home today. And I did see that my crafty godmother Sandra is here. So glad to see you in the chat. She says it's 45 degrees in her part of Washington State. Well, after she posted that, I wanted to see what it was here in Nebraska. And Danny in the chat, she's going to confirm with me, you guys. When I checked about 5 minutes ago, it's 0 degrees and feels like -18. So my daughter said she went to school and of course she has to walk across campus from the parking garage. And she said she almost had to go inside of a building to warm up for a little bit. So hopefully if you guys are anywhere where it's cold for you, and I know to each of us cold is different, hopefully you are staying warm. Let's go ahead. Well, so I'm going to show you the previous year's clubs, and then I'll show you the web page about the upcoming one that you can sign up for now. So in 2023, that was the first time they did this, and you can sign up for 3 or 6 months. And in 2023, it was Create and Quads, which I love these. They are 8.5 by 11 stencils that after you color in all the layers, you get 4 card fronts. So this one was called Pattern Party, and I'll show you some of the other ones here in just a minute. But I got out all of the ones from 2024, and this was a stamp and stencil combo. So inside here was a big red rubber stamp, and then you had layering stencils to add the color. So I'm sure you know that this was definitely one of my favorites because it was fall. They had this one, which always makes me think of Karen. It's like butterfly wings. There was a flower one, and I think this stamp is kind of special. Confession, I have not used this one. And then, of course, one of my other favorites was the Time to Shine with the rainbow background. There was Time to Celebrate, good for parties. And then Time to Go Home, and it had lots of houses. Now, last year and this year they are as well. They started offering super size options that if you're a member of the club, you can buy some add-ons to go with these. So like, for instance, for the trees, you can buy the foil it panel. So you could foil these, and then you wouldn't use the stamp. You would just use the stencils. For the Time to Bloom, which again, I haven't even used, they did have coordinating dies, and they also had lots of sentiments and other stuff that went with it. And then the last one that I bought was for the Time to Go Home. There was a cover die that cut out each of the houses, and then a sentiment stamp set, you know, like From Our Home to Yours, Welcome to the Neighborhood, House It Going. I love that. So those are options that if you are a member, you'll be able to see those products each month. I will show you quickly some of the other Create and Quad. Now, I keep mine in this 9x12 presentation book that I got on Amazon. So they had this one. It was kind of like party themed. Like floral. Oh, this was one of my favorites. I just love those fun decorative words. Here, oh, I just saw Jennifer says she uses the flower one more than any of the others. Well, Jennifer, that is one of our options that I can work with today. So who knows, maybe I will finally ink that up. And Danetta says hers was the Time to Bloom. And here were some birds. And then I don't think I have the sixth one anymore. No, that was the last one. But it was like fun flowers, and I think one of them had butterflies on it. Super duper pretty. So, oh, I want to bring these back in because, again, you know my lives, I always try to make them interactive with some fun polls for my live viewers. So we will do that here in a minute, but I want to get out the options that we'll be voting on. Or wait, maybe I shouldn't. No, I'll go ahead and get them out. But if you're a channel member, you know I love color cubes. So channel members are going to get the chance to help me pick the color cube card. They will narrow it down. Then anybody who is here live with us will be able to vote on it. So today, these are going to be the three options that I will work with. All right. And let's see. So what we're going to do now. Oh, Kim's already got her pole lights out over there. We're not quite ready. But if you are a channel member and you would like to help me narrow down those color cube cards, I'm going to pick 3 of you. So I want you to get a number in your head between 1 and 500. When you have that number in your head, I want you to type, oh, let me go, go double check. I don't want to do it wrong. I think it was, yes. So I want you to type one time over in that chat box. Let me spell it out first and then type it. Hashtag number. So the hashtag sign, MUMBER. All one word, no spaces. I'm going to give you a minute to do that. And then we will narrow down those numbers to 3, and then all live viewers will be able to vote on them for what combos I'm going to be using for the card today, which, by the way, I will be giving away the card at the end of the live. So make sure to stick around if you would like a chance to win that. And barring any mishaps, I am off to the post office on Friday to mail out any winning cards or won cards that I owe people, and the advent calendars are going out finally. I just don't want to go out. It's way, way too cold right now. After you get your number in there, let me know what you're sipping on. I have water with some pineapple flavoring in it. It's one of my favorites. About 10 more seconds. And also, if you haven't yet, don't forget to give the thumbs up. Right now, I have 63 friends on here and less than 30 thumbs ups. Please go ahead and click that thumbs up. It's free, quick, and easy. All right. Are we ready? So what I'm going to do, I hope I can draw 3 names and they will show up over in the chat. I have to do these a little bit different than the normal giveaways. So if your name comes up, please don't give me numbers yet. If your name comes up, I want you to give me your number over in that live chat box, okay? So here we go. Good luck to everyone. Let's see if I can do this. So the first one is going to be Trudy Lanou. So Trudy, please put a number between 1 and 500 over in that chat. The second one is Susan Tremper. Susan, put your number between 1 and 500 over in the chat. And finally, Marilyn M., put your number between 1 and 500 over in that chat. And then I will pull those out because you know I love Color Cube, and I know that I'm going to be back tomorrow with Karen for Color Cube Live, but I love to use them whenever I can. So Susan T's number was 15. So I'm waiting for Trudy and Marilyn M. Marilyn M was 238. And Trudy, I'll need you to give me your number, otherwise I'll do another redraw. There we go. Trudy was 276. Trudy, I think you might have just picked my favorite Color Cube card. Karen will have to remind me. She probably remembers the number because it was one that Google automatically picked for her as our options tomorrow. But that might be my favorite. So what I'll do now is go get my Color Cube boxes, and we will get those decided on. So if you've never seen Color Cubes before, they are boxes of cards with photos in them. Well, I guess here's one on top. And it gives you a picture and then a color combo that goes with it. I like these because if it's not a rainbow or 2 colors, I cannot put them together. So I have boxes 1 and 2, so there are 500 cards. And I'm going to go ahead and pick out the ones that I was suggested. So Trudy's was 276. Okay, that isn't it. Oh, Karen said, here we go. It's 367. Okay, so everybody will see that tomorrow. Susan picked out number 15, which, by the way, if you want to know more about these, down in the description box below, I do have a link, and I find them invaluable. I use them all the time. So here is Susan's. Oh, I like that one a lot. And Marilyn chose 238. Here we go. Got a little, looks like a little sweet treat or something. All right, so I will get the poll ready, and anybody who is here with us live can vote on which card I'll use. So over on the poll, we're going to go left to right, A, B, and C. I'm going to show them to you first. Oh, yes, here, Susan. I almost forgot. Oh, get those poll lights coming because you know a poll is coming. If you are a member, you have special colored poll lights that you can choose. If you're a subscriber, if you go into the emoji, like little area where you find your emojis, you can start typing in POL and it will pull up the siren that you can use. So we like to do that so we know a poll is coming. So this will be A. This will be B. And C. So I will get that poll ready while you guys are getting all those sirens over there in the chat. All right, I'm going to need 2 minutes to answer that or get your vote in. And I see Yvette's here. Hello, friend. And hello to anybody else I might have missed in who came in. So, oh, I found us some new waiting music today, guys. So I will play that while you guys are voting. Alrighty, guys. I had to go fix my link. I just realized that the one that Nightbot had put over in the chat, I needed a space. So if you clicked on the 6 month, it probably would not have went to where you wanted it, but it is fixed now and it should be correct below. And let me see here. I did get a question while the music was on. Paige says, what are you making with this color cube card? We have not decided on it yet, Paige. All we know is that it's one of the stamp and stencil combos from 2024. So let's go ahead and find out which color cube card won for this, and then we're going to go chat about the 2025 combo club. So drum roll. With 51% of the vote, I will be working with color cube card number 15 today, which was B. I'm going to put these away for another time. Thank you to the members who helped me narrow that down. Now, let's talk a little bit about the combo club. Again, I have the links in the description box below. Would love for you to use those. And it'll take you to the Tailored Expressions site. And you can sign up now. It's between now and the 25th. So that's why I wanted to do this special live today, because like I said, in the past, I have used the combo clubs on lives or just regular videos or channel members. And a lot of you were like, I didn't even know about that. I would have loved to get it. It is a very small window to sign up. So I didn't want you to miss it. And I thought it would be fun to revisit some of the ones from 2024. So if you click on sign up here, you have two options right now. You can get a 3-month or a 6-month. Now, if you order all 6 months, which is as long as the club goes, it does come with a free gift. And I think you get that with your first shipment. So the combo club, the 3-month is $119, and that does include shipping in the United States. And the 6 months is $209 and also includes shipping in the US. So if you click on one of these to see more information, over here on the right, it gives you a lot more information. Once you have bought this, you can't cancel it. You will not know until the month that it starts shipping, which is in April, what these look like. And I forgot to tell you, this year, it is an exclusive layering stencil set and then it comes with a 3D embossing folder. So each month will be a new design, and they are exclusive, like I said, to this combo club. So if in, May you're like, oh, I really want that one, but you didn't sign up, unfortunately, you can't get it. It is only sold in the club. If you do the 3-month club, you can then subscribe to the last 3 months as well if you like it, but you won't get that free gift for subscribing to all 6 months. And I kind of question this year because I'm like, do I really need to get it? But guys, I have FOMO. I had to order it right away yesterday, so I'm super excited. Like I said, they start shipping in April. And if you do sign up for the club, there is a video that Taylor will do each month to introduce the newest kit, and she'll get crafty with that. And I need to show you later the back of the packaging. Oh, look at this. Carrie just signed up for 6 months. Carrie, I do not think you'll regret it at all. These are so much fun. So you can go over there and get more information. And if you scroll, I think it's all the way down here. It says, for more information and helpful FAQs, please visit our Combo Club webpage. I would also suggest clicking on that and going to that page because it has a lot more information and is probably going to answer those questions. And here too, it has the breakdown where it would be shipping to if you're outside of the United States. But this is a great page as well. So make sure to check it out. And yeah, I would say if you're on the edge about it, maybe try the 3 months, and then you can always do the last 3, or maybe you're like, you know what, I'm done. 3 was enough, because they are all surprises. You don't know what they are ahead of time before you buy it. I myself like that because it's kind of like, at Christmas, I don't really get any surprises anymore because I pretty much, share my wish list with my family and they get me what's on it. So it's kind of like giving yourself a surprise gift. You know it's coming, but you don't quite know what it will be. So I hope you'll check it out. And I am going to we will do another poll. Get those poll lights coming. Get those out. All right. Oh, Darcy said she didn't sign up the first year and have regretted it since. She got last year and have signed up for this year. Yeah, awesome. I would have regretted it, especially that Create and Quad, because I love all of those. Leanne said one-time fee, correct? Yeah, Leanne, the price you see. So let's go back here. So this $119 is going to, if you're in the United States, is going to get those shipped to you, all 3 of them. The $209, if you're in the United States, get all 6 shipped to you. You just pay that one thing, and then it includes shipping, which I figured out for the $209. It is like $35 a month with shipping. So I'm thinking like $30 for the product and $5 is shipping. But let's go ahead. So we know which color cube card we'll be using, but let's pick out which of the combo clubs from last year I'll be using. So I have used both of the ones on the left, I believe. I think I have used the butterfly. I know I have used this tree. So the butterfly, when I get the poll ready, is going to be A. So again, it's a big red rubber stamp and stencils. Here you can see it on the tree. So here, this one, it would stamp the branches of the tree or the limbs. And then, depending on the month, it was usually 3 to 4 stencils to color it in, but then you would color in the tree tops with that. So this will be B. And then finally C. I have not used this yet. There are, it says 4 stencil layers. I thought maybe there were only 3. So it will do the 3 flowers and color those in. And remember, the color palette that you guys chose is this one, which I don't know. Does anybody know what kind of tree that is? I know my mom would have known like that. Is it a cherry blossom or a magnolia? Let me know if you know. Okay, so let me get the poll ready. Let me get the poll ready. All right, I'm seeing some cherry blossoms flying in. Oh, flowering crab. Oh, okay, ignore that poll. Ignore that poll. I clicked go before I could get in see, so ignore that. Let me try that again. All right, I'm going to give live viewers two minutes to get that in. I see lots of cherry blossoms flying in. Some more flowering crab, red bud, and then Danny came in with crepe myrtle. Now, I've heard of the other trees. I have never heard of that one, so I'll have to go check that out at the end. All right. So again, A, B, or C. And Susan, I think you might have looked at the first poll I accidentally put out. The new poll does have C on it. Okay. Oh, Tiffany said she forgot she was watching live and not a replay so she can participate in voting. Yay, Tiffany. So glad you can. Let me know if this is your first time here, like for a live on my channel. Put a 1 over in that chat box. And after you vote, guys, I'm still waiting on about 30 of you to give this video your stamp of approval. Give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. I always appreciate it when you do that. Thank you. And I guess I must be the only one who's never heard of a crepe myrtle tree. All right, we have about 35 seconds left, so make sure to hydrate, give that thumbs up, get your vote in. Probably not enough time to listen to a song. Oh, it is Alma's first time. Awesome. Welcome. So glad you're here. Diane says I'm not the only one. Okay. All right. All right. Susan Rushton, you aren't the only one, Alicia. The only Myrtle that she knows is her grandma. That definitely sounds like a grandma name from my day and age, right? Okay, guys, we have the poll. It has been decided on, and with 55% of the vote, you guys are going to have me ink up for the first time the Time to Bloom stamp. Yay! And I have something a little special I want to try with this today. But first, we're going to pick out what colors I am going to be wanting. So let's take a look at the stamp to see what our stencils kind of look like and what our stamp looks like. So here we have the 4 stencils. So it looks like you have 2 that color in the flowers, the petals. 1 does the stems and some of the centers. And then the final one does only stems. So, oh, Susan, have fun in your meeting. We'll see you hopefully back in a little bit. All right, so guys, let's figure out what colors we're going to use. Oh, and yeah, I told you I thought this stamp was special. So if you only wanted one of these flowers, it is actually die cut, so you can pull that out and use it. But we're going to stamp and color in all 3 today. So once I have the color cube card, I get out my little swatch ring, which these are all of my cardstocks from Tailored Expressions. Sometimes I pull in my Gina K Design swatch ring, and just yesterday I got delivered from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. I got their package of Encore paper, which is textured, and a swatch of those. So I'm super excited to open that up and share it. I think having that textured paper with die cutting, like die cut things, would be so neat. So I'm excited for that. So I just like to hold these up to see what matches. This first one is kind of like, I'm going to try Spearmint with it. It's like a light green. Yeah, I think I like Spearmint. So for now, I'm going to get out the inks. Later, I might grab some the cardstock. And with color cube cards, you don't always have to have like this exact color. Just get something that's close. And on the back, they always give you like different shades of the color in case like, oh, you might have a darker version or a lighter version of that color. For the blue, I'm going to do Snow Cone. And later I will list all of these inks in the description box. Okay, now this last one, it's kind of between mulled wine and cherry pop. Do we need a poll? Do we need a poll? If you think we need a poll, get those lights over in the chat box. But for now, I'll go ahead and we'll find the other colors and we'll come back to that, okay? So this pink here, I'll go with Strawberry Milkshake. And I might use all of these. We might not need them all to color in. And then finally that green. I think I'll go Cilantro. Cilantro is becoming one of my favorite greens. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get out. So these are definitely the colors I'm using. And I see a few of you think that we need some polls. So we will do that. So let me get out mulled wine and cherry pop. Okay. So here are colors, okay? Should we do mulled wine? So there's the mulled wine with it. Or cherry pop. So I will get the poll ready here in just a minute. This will be a quick one. I'll leave both of those out there. And I'm trying, you know, I would probably choose mulled wine because I'm a little partial to it, but sometimes you guys seeing the camera can see this better than I can. So I'm going to do 1 minute for this, and I'm going to get some music going while you guys vote. All right, that one, like I said, was a quick one. Let's see which color won. All right, with 77% of the vote, mulled wine it is. I would have used either, but I am kind of happy that it was mulled wine. So now I want to get this stamped, and I think I'm not going to use any of these to stamp it with. I'm going to go ahead and just stamp with black ink because I don't know that any of these would stand out enough. So later we will figure it out which of these to use with the stencils. Again, now, oh, hold on. My daughter, hold up, guys. My daughter is texting me and apparently has a question because she just texted back. Let me reply to her. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. So what was I doing? I'm going to stamp this. Oh, no, I wouldn't remind. Now that I am getting into comment or into crafting, do make sure that if you have a question or comment specifically for me, something that the chat cannot answer, that you type question or Crafty Al in all caps. I know some of you have put like lowercase question over there, but that all caps one really does help me. Now, your whole message doesn't have to be all caps, just the beginning, and that really helps those stand out for me. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I forgot to show you what special thing I'm going to use today. So, you know that earlier this month, I got sent the Happy Mail kit from 12 by 12 Cardstock. And as I was perusing their shop, because I asked you guys to share some of your favorite products with me for the giveaway that we had, I found this and I just had to order it. So I did pay for this on my own. This is their white wood grain paper. And I went with a 25 pack because I knew that I was going to use it because, guys, I want to stencil on this. I want to die cut with this. It already gives you that wood grain texture. It's very hard to see on camera. There, maybe a little bit. So it already has that beautiful texture. And Tailored Expressions does have some wood grain cardstock, but theirs are only half sheets. I love that this is the full 12 by 12. So I am going to try is the key word, to stamp on this. Now, I know that the image won't be perfect, but when we go to stencil too, it will have like texture as well because of, you know, just like the texture of the cardstock. So I want to try this out. It'll give those flowers a little extra dimension. So let me know if you have ever stenciled on wood grain cardstock over there in the chat. And I think I do have this linked in the description box below. I think I probably have the 25 pack, but if you're going to place an order with them, you could always just try out one sheet, which I almost forgot, you guys. If you are going to place an order, love for you to use my link down below. And if you use the code CraftyAl10, you can save 10% on your order. Now, there are some exclusions to that, but it should get you 10% off this cardstock if you want to give it a try. So I want to cut this down a little smaller. Like this stamp is not 6 by 6. What do we got here? I'm going to do like 4.5 by 5.5 and see how that is. Welcome to new friends who have joined us. Thank you for being here. Make sure to stick around. I will be giving away this card if it works out, right? Oh, Renee, which link doesn't work? I won't be able to grab it now, but I will be able to fix it. Sorry about that. You can still go to 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. It won't be under my affiliate link, but you can still use, actually, no, if you go there and use that code, it actually is under my affiliate link. So Google 12 by 12 cardstock, and then the logo should look like this. Sorry if that's the link that doesn't work. Kristen said a 25 pack of that paper seems like a good deal. Then she wouldn't be afraid to use it. Exactly, because you have 25 sheets. Christina says she gets envious every time I pull out my awesome paper trimmer. since it isn't available. Yes, this, I have had lots of paper trimmers in my life. I'm going to try to zoom out. I think I see, no. I can't show, but yes, this is my favorite ever paper trimmer. And unfortunately, it is no longer made, which is very sad. Okay. Renee, I will fix that later. But like I said, if you Google 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, whoops, and you find this logo, make sure that that's where you go. You can still use that code and it will save you 10%. And what I did, I just went there and I searched for wood grain cardstock and this popped right up. They have, I think, they have white, and then I think they might have black and craft, but I will fix that later. Thank you for the heads up. All right. Oh, I was going to pull that off to use the stamp, but of course it leaves the flowers behind. I guess I could just, I'll forget about the outside. Maybe. And now, since they were just sliced apart, I can just fit those right back together, and then the stencil should still work on these. Is anybody crafting along while you watch, or are you at work like Susan R? Are you just hanging out? Let us know over in the chat. All right, I'm going to use VersaFine. Hopefully that will help stamp on this textured cardstock. And I'm definitely going to ink it up and stamp it a couple times. Again, because the paper has that special texture. Hopefully this works. All about trying things today. Gloria Wolf, welcome, Gloria. She says she's just watching. It's too cold in her craft room. Yes, Gloria, I was down here yesterday and I was freezing, even in like layers. So today I got out the space heater. And it's a little warmer today. Diane says she is making cards, thank you cards for her daughter. Laura is working and secretly watching, so be safe. Oh, Paige is recovering from surgery. Good luck to you, friend. Christina says she just finished breakfast, cheese omelet and French toast. That sounds good, but we'll be crafting very soon. And Karen points out, where was that at? Karen says it's only paper if it doesn't work, right? Exactly. And we can say that we tried it. But I thought this would be a great way to add texture. Oh, yeah. You can see there. It definitely gave that texture. So I will go ahead and stamp it one more time. And again, the whole image is going to be textured now. So once we color it in, I think it will be okay. I'm gonna let that set there for a minute. All righty. Oh, that helped a little bit. But you can see there, you see that wood grain texture. And I don't know if I need to, oh, it says quick drying. I didn't know if I should hit it with my heat tool to make sure that when I stencil, it doesn't run the ink, but it says quick drying, so I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to bring in a previously used one of the paper grid mats because it definitely doesn't have to be clean for this. And I'm gonna temporarily tack down my stamped piece. Oh, you guys. It is not completely dry because I just smudged that. Where's my oops? All right. I am going to hit this with the heat tool. So I'm going to put myself on mute. I will turn on some music. I just want to make sure that this is nice and dry. I forgot to unmute it, but my computer reminded me. So Christina said she saw that speck on my MISTI and was trying to wipe it off. Yeah, well, now, unfortunately, Christina, I do have some real specks on it that I will try later to get off with my sand eraser. But I'm going to go ahead and just put this down. I'm going to try not to touch the inky parts. And now, I probably should have used that outline to make sure my flowers were straight. Then it would have been a lot easier to line up my stencils, but I didn't. So I'm going to get the first one put in place. I want to find one that will be easy to find exactly where it goes. No, it's not too off. I'm going to line this up. And again, with the textured background, this is not going to have to be perfect. So I'm just going to do my best and find out where I think that goes. Yes, Kristen, exactly. That is definitely going to be an embellishment opportunity, or maybe where the sentiment will go. So I'm going to get that in place, and then I am going to mark the corners of this one so that when I go to place the rest, I have a good starting point, since my stamp wasn't quite straight on the MISTI. Now, guys, we get to decide what color. So we have 2 stems and then 2 that color in the flowers. So I think, well, you know what? Let's just go traditional. So we'll do the 2 greens for the stems, and then the mulled wine and the strawberry milkshake for the flower petals. And maybe we'll add a little accent with the blue later. Okay, we might have to do some more pulls, but for now, I'm going to start with the lighter green, so that when I move to the darker one, it won't really mess with the ink pad. So I'm going to do Spearmint first. And get this going. Diane says she likes the new music, but it feels weird not hearing the Christmas music. It kind of feels weird playing the not Christmas music. You guys, it is running that ink. Okay. I am going to dry this a little more. I barely touched it, and it is making that ink run. So, okay, forgive me. Some more music and some more drying time, folks. right. I saw Diane says, is it the paper that's keeping it from drying? I mean, I wouldn't think so, Diane. It just feels like regular cardstock, but I'm just going to bring in a paper towel. I'm not going to rub it around. I'm just going to put it over the top and press it. And I'm going to see if I get up any more ink. Maybe I should have tested this off camera, but here we can learn together. All right, I don't see any ink coming up on that. So we will try this again. Cross your fingers, everyone. Cross your fingers. All right. That seems to be doing better now. Trying to really concentrate on my ink blending and be careful, but it seems to be okay now. I might suggest on the textured paper, you probably really couldn't heat emboss, but maybe if you're going to do this, you know, hit it with your heat tool or let it set for a little bit. I thought I would be fine with VersaFine since it's supposed to dry quickly, but let me know over in the live chat or in the comment section later if you think there's a better ink for that. I don't know, maybe I should have just used Tailored Expressions Oreo and given that a try. All right. So I'm going to bring in, well, this, I guess it's stencil 4, but it's going to be the second one of the leaves. Oh, Trisha says stays on. Definitely. I could have used that. Yes. That would definitely be dry. And then for the second one, again, I'm going to start where I drew those little corners. Oh, and actually that worked perfect. But at that point, you could also adjust it if it was a little bit off. And for this next round, I'm using Cilantro. Danny said she thinks a hybrid or archival inks would be better. All right, I do think Oreo is considered a hybrid. So next time I will try that. Thank you guys. Because I know that I'm going to be stenciling on, well, I guess if I don't stamp, if it just stencil, it won't matter. But I know that I'm going to be stenciling on this textured cardstock a lot more. And let's see, tomorrow it is Oh So Inspired. The collaboration will be live, so check it out. But just yesterday, I got my Sheet Load Rewind video done, which, guys, Sheet Load Rewind is back, and it will come out on the 25th. And I have super exciting news during that video. You are not going to want to miss it. But in that video, I used some of this cardstock to add the easiest texture ever to die cuts. So all I had to do was put it in my machine. Oh, and I do see. Welcome to membership to Scrappin' Sweetie Escape. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your support. Make sure to check out the membership tab on my channel for links to all of the important things like the monthly blogs where it has all of the perks. And if you're not yet a channel member and you want to find out more about it, you can click on the join button below this video. Nightbot has been sharing links, but for as little as $1.99 a month, you will have access to extra perks. And now you also have access to the Sheetload Vault with over 40 non-public editions of Sheetload. That was starting last month. Thank you so much. Christina, oh, what did she miss? She got a call from her sweet little grandson. Christina, were you here for the ink that ran when I tried to stencil? I'm not sure, but I'm just on the second of 4 stencils. So yeah, you really haven't missed too much. We still have to make a card and yeah, make it a card and give it away. And Danny says she's a little shocked that I got my video done before her. I think we've switched where I'm ahead and she's behind. Yes, I normally am waiting until the last day to do stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I've been ahead on a few videos this month, so I hope to keep it up. And Christina, oh no, not Chris, Paige said that she loves Sheetload Rewinds. Well, Paige, you are going to love what is new in 2025. I'm excited to share it. And also, if you came in late, don't forget that tomorrow I am going live with Karen of Karen's Crafting Company. And we have a color cube live, and I'm going to play with a set. Well, it's this layering stencil set that I haven't used yet, but it is gorgeous, you guys. So I hope you'll come back for that. All right. Just like with the greens, I'm going to start with the lights. I'm going to start with Strawberry Milkshake. And I'm going to use for this, I'm going to use stencil number 2. This one I am going to adjust a little bit. Oh, and there we go. If you want to find out about the perks of channel membership, Nightbot did just put a link over in the chat. And just a heads up, guys, if you go to check it out, make sure that the glue stick shows up at $1.99 a month. I found out at the end of 2024 that Apple, if you're on an iPhone or an iPad and you sign up through that Apple charges you between $1 and $3 per month that they take. That is just money they keep. And so it makes your membership more expensive and that money goes to Apple. So if you can get on a laptop, desktop, or an Android device, you should see the correct prices. This is a pretty light ink. And I do not know which ink I used last with my pink brush, so I'm going to wipe up as much as I can. Yay, Christina is in her craft room, and she has turned that heater on too. Yes, mine is over there going full blast. All right. I love the wood grain texture that this is giving the flowers. You could also, if you don't have wood grain paper, you could, if you have like a wood grain embossing folder, you could use that on your cardstock before you stamp, or you could go ahead and stamp and stencil and then use it. But with doing it before, I think it's going to pick up those, you know, embossed and debossed areas a little bit better and make them look a little different. And finally, the final stencil is going to be this one right here that we'll use Mulled Wine on. I'm going to clean the pink off here. I know it's a lot lighter, so it won't do anything, but just in case. And then if you're coming in a little late, members helped me narrow down to 3 color cube cards, and then live viewers voted on this one. And that's why I'm using the colors that you see me using here. And today's live is all about Tailored Expressions Combo Club, because the 2025 is up for order between now and the 25th. So I wanted to come on and kind of do a little recap of the past clubs and let you know, so if you do want to subscribe, that you won't miss out. All right, who is ready? Who is ready for a reveal? If you are, give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. I still have about 18 of you who I would love for you to give me a thumbs up. So give this video a thumbs up if you're ready for the reveal, and then put some drums over in that chat while I hydrate. We'll do a little drum roll. I'm hoping this is going to look very nice. All right. I see those drums rolling in. All right. Let's see if those stamps of approval are rolling in as well. They are. I still have about 10 of you, but they have went up. Thank you for the drum rolls and the stamps of approval. Giving that stamp of approval, giving that thumbs up just helps this video get out to other crafters who might like to come and join us. Okay, are we ready? Now remember, ignore the little smudges, but I will bring it closer to the camera. Oh, you guys, I love the texture that gave. That is so fun. Pam says, has anyone got the digital version of Color Cube? I do have that, Pam. I have the digital and those cards. And I use the digital now more than I used to, especially if I am like narrowing down for like members to vote on cards, or if I also use it because I like create, like images and graphics. So I use that to pick color palettes and then like use those codes in Illustrator. I know that Carmen, Choose Joy with Carmen, she just has a digital version and she uses that. And Pam wanted to know, I thought I saw a question. Oh, no, that was Mary. Sorry. Mary said, who makes the Color Cube and who sells them? So Mary, they are made by Sarah Renae Clark, who is out of Australia, but there are local, if you're in the US, local resellers. I have links down in the description box below to the Sarah Renae Clark website itself, and Tailored Expressions now has them. If they're sold out, make sure to like put your email address in to have you notified. But yeah, you can check those out there. I think one box is $40 if you buy them as a bundle on Sarah Renae Clark's website. I think you can get both of them for $67, but not all the online stores. Like I think Spellbinder sells them, and of course TE, but there I don't think you can buy the bundle. I think you have to buy each box separately. So 2 of the boxes would be $80. So I hope you'll check out those links. And I'm pretty sure Nightbot is going to be throwing the link in the chat as well. Jill says, hello, Crafty Owl. Hello, Jill. This is her first time seeing me live. She met me on Craft Roulette. Welcome. So glad that you are here. Kim said, oh, she must have the digital version and she just ordered the physical ones. I think you're going to love them, Kim. I seriously probably use them on 75% of my projects. Like if I'm not using pattern paper, I am probably using my Color Cube cards. I hope you love them. All right. So let's take one last look. I absolutely love that texture, you guys. I do have to say there's not much difference between the Spearmint and the Cilantro, but that's okay. All right. Now we get to make some decisions. But first, I'm going to bring in my sand eraser, if I can find it. Oh, no. Where's my sand eraser, you guys? Oh, no, that's right. I lost my sand eraser at the end of 2024, so I had to have my daughter, when she went to Michael's, get me more. Catherine says, can you show us your sweatshirt? Love the vintage Bronco. Okay, so this is kind of a funny story. So yes, here it is. One day my husband, he had to go to the Ford dealership to get his oil changed. And inside, inside the dealership, they had a Ford Bronco that had like not really rainbow colored stripes, but it had colorful stripes on the side. And he sent it to me. I'm like, oh, that's the car I need. And the same day we were out, we went to Sam's Club for some groceries, and they had this sweatshirt. And I thought the Bronco kind of looked like a rainbow, so I thought I needed this. And it's cold down here, so I needed a sweatshirt today. Anyway, I do have some sand erasers, which these came from Michael's, so they have 2 packs there. And I am hoping I can get rid of some of that smudge. But if it's down in the debossed part, it's probably going to be harder. And when I use my sand eraser, I like to do it from different angles. So I will move my cardstock around. If the cardstock was flat, I think I'd probably have better results. But I will tell you guys, this has really lightened it up. Like, I think we're going to be good. Oh, I think that did really well. Yes. So guys, check out Mono Sand Eraser. Most art stores have them. You can find them on Amazon. But they're good for these little oopsies in life with inks. Oh yeah, that worked. That worked really well. Karen said she tried the sand eraser and she could see abrasion on her paper. So Karen, the secret is, well, if your cardstock has a lighter core, you're probably going to see it, but you really have to erase lightly. It's kind of like when you're ink blending. You can always add more color, but if you go too hard at the beginning, you can't take color away. So I usually do just very light erasing. And like I showed you, I turn my paper around and get it at different angles. If you are using a colored cardstock, you probably can see a little bit more of that. But I would just, next time you try it, just try like really lightly erasing it. You don't have to like get in there and dig at it. Hopefully that will help. All righty. Now we get to figure out what else we're going to do. We did still have the 5th color, which snow cone was the closest I have. For my sentiment, I got out one of the channel member freebies. It's, oh, thank you. And then a vellum shadow die. And I was just going to use ink daubers to color in the words whatever color would go with this color cube card. So, should I use the blue or the mulled wine? So, if I use the blue for the words, I think I'll do a blue card base. So, guess what time it is? Get those poll lights over in the chat while I get our poll ready. So, are we going to do blue or mulled wine? Oh, and then I will go back overhead so you can see those together again. So which should I ink daub that? So get your vote in. I'll give you 1 minute. This will be a quick one. I did see, oh, here we go. Sorry. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I thought I hit add option instead. Okay, let's try that again. Get your votes in for that. And Susan Rushton, it flew up, but she did ask if I would link the ink daubers. She still can't find them. Yes, Susan, I will do that. which I need to write down a couple things now. So I'm going to fix the wood grain cardstock link, and I'm going to add the sand eraser. All right, we have about 25 more seconds. Should I ink it up with mulled wine or snow cone? And I'm going to go see if I have ink daubers in either of these colors already. And I do. So once I use a dauber for a color, I go ahead and put the ink label on it, and I just have a little storage container over to my right. So I have both of those already with a dauber. So, oh, Diane got the daubers and she can't wait to use them. They are so very handy. Let's go ahead and find out which color won for the poll. All right. Ooh, 86% of you want me to use the blue, the snow cone. I think that'll be nice for a pop-up color. I like that. So for this, when I ink daub, when I sponge these, I like to get out something else to keep that in place. So I will be right back. Catherine said, are the daubers pads or bristles? So they're just little sponges. So pads, I guess. And then Karen wanted to know, are they TE daubers? No, these are from Amazon. I got like a whole bunch of them. I'll link these up after. I'll link these up afterwards so you can check those out. All right. So I'm going to put my background to the side so I don't accidentally sponge on that. And then I'm bringing in, this is something I bought a couple years ago when it came out. It was a Tim Holtz product. Simon Says stamp. I don't even know if they sell it anymore, but it's kind of like a silicone pad. It is grippy, but it's not like tacky. So, you know, it's not any kind of adhesive it uses. And I like to put this on there. It doesn't hold it down perfectly while I daub, but it's definitely better than me like having to hold on with a finger. So this is my snow cone. So I just kind of tap it in there and then tap it over my sentiment. And you can layer up as much as you want. I try to tap until I have a nice solid layer on there. And it does look a little mottled right now, but there is an agent in this ink that will kind of even it out and it will all become the same color. If you are a channel member, you can get access to this on the monthly blog. There are a few different words that you can cut out, a few different actually themes. I've done a few, gosh, can I say the word few anymore? But I have given these as bonuses a few different times. So you'll go to the monthly blogs, which will be linked on the membership tab. You might have to scroll down a little bit and then scroll all the way to the bottom of the monthly blog, and you'll see all of the past bonus cut files and printables so you can use those. And like I mentioned before, or maybe I didn't, when I come to do, let's see, the rewind, I think. The rewind, I'm going to have another cut file for you. Oh, and you know what, Danny, I'm not ahead of you. I just realized the video I did yesterday was an alternative for February 2025. I have not yet done my rewind. So I'm still not ahead of you. I completely forgot because when I was talking about that freebie, I'm like, wait, that was for the rewind and I haven't used it yet. Oh no, that was for the alternative. I don't know what I'm talking about. So here we go. We have our sentiment colored in. And I'm just going to let this set for a little bit, again, to let that ink kind of even out and become one color. While I do that, let's go ahead and cut this down. which again, I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm going to use a snow cone card base. Had a lot of stuff to collect back there. So I got out my snow cone cardstock, and I'm going to do a top folding. So I cut this to 4 1/4 inches wide. And you could go ahead and fold this by hand now, but I do like to go ahead and put a little score line in it to keep that from cracking. And for this, I'm going to cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, which this is a little bit not centered. So I want to figure out. I'm going to cut a little bit off each side until I think it's pretty centered. A die would have probably made this a lot easier. All right, so they're just cut down a little bit. And I'm just going to keep everything. I think I'll just put everything down flat. You could pop this up with some foam tape or foam sheets. The sentiment, it's a little thin for me to use foam like squares or tape on, so I'm just going to leave that flat as well. I could probably do it, but this keeps it nice and flat for mailing. So there we have our little blue border. And now let's get our sentiment put together. So first I'll get it on the vellum shadow. And this is in parts, so it's a little bit more involved. But because you have the vellum shadow, you can just try to get a nice even border as you put it down. And it just helps everything go together nicely. Diane said, Michaels has my paper trimmer. You might want to double check, Diane. Last time I checked there, it wasn't the correct one. Some look similar, but yeah, if your Michaels has one, I would grab it. I have seen them sold on eBay, but because they're discontinued, they are super expensive. Should have probably used a tweezers to hold this. So once I have adhesive on the back of the first piece, I just put it on the vellum shadow, and before I press it down very hard, I just try to get an even border all the way around. And when I think I have it, then I'm going to press it down. Have to concentrate while I glue. Yeah, I saw Diane said it's $144. I don't think I paid that. Now, granted, I might have used a coupon. That seems more expensive. I know Karen has the same one and she bought it when they were still available. She might remember how much it was new. Let's see if I have a model number on it. I don't see one. It is the one that has like a light, which that never really worked. It's yeah, I don't see any kind of model number on it, but it does have, so it has the light and it has a rotary blade. I think it might have been like called like a Fisker Surecut. I'm not 100% on that. Okay, now I want to figure out where to put this. I think just down here in the corner. I think I'll do that. Oh, Paige, check this out. She found the trimmer used for under $20 at bottom of the bin in Florida. Oh, Paige, if you didn't buy it, run back there. Or when you say you found it, you bought it. That is way better than what I paid for sure. Now, granted, I think this trimmer has been worth every penny I spent on it, but I don't think that I would pay like $150 for it. What I like about the rotary trimmer is instead of just having like a little bit of the blade that you can use each time, you have the whole, what is that, diameter of the outside of that. Oh, Paige said, where do I get replacement tracks? Paige, that's a really good question. So I used to get them at Joann's. Of course, a lot of those are going out of business and they are out now because they're hard to find as well. But I did find some on Amazon over Christmas. So I got some more there, which I have a stockpile. Let me show you. Oh, goodness. Sorry. I got a lot. So because it is my favorite trimmer, I'm always afraid that I'm not going to be able to find those cut bars because, like I say, that trimmer's discontinued. Fiskars doesn't seem to make these anymore. So check this out. I buy them whenever I can find them. So I have. This is how many I have. Each of these lasts me probably a little over a year because, you know, you can have it this way, then you can rotate it around, and then you can flip it over and do the same. So you get 4 cut lines in here, and I usually do 3 to 6 months every time I flip it. And what I do on the cut bar, I will put the date that I turned it around. So you can see here, I recently just turned this around. Before that, it was September of 2024. So this was actually about 5 months before I had to flip it around. And Diane said, Fisker's Pro, that is it. Yep. So again, I love that trimmer. I don't think I would pay $150 for it, but it is a great one. Okay, and I would, with Walmart online, I would always be leery about where you're buying it from. Like if it's straight from Walmart, awesome. But you know, they have other sellers on there as well. Just random people can sell. So just make sure you do your research on that one. Okay, guys. Later, I will maybe put some gems on here and I will put a piece of white cardstock on the inside for the personal message. But guys, it is time to give this card away to one lucky live viewer. So to be in the chat, you do have to be subscribed to the channel, which now it's probably too late to subscribe and get in on it. But let me get the giveaway set up. And don't forget to check out those links for the Combo Club for 2025. You have until the 20th. Well, oh, You know what, guys? It is the morning of the 25th. Like, I think you can order it until 9 a.m. on the 25th. So if you're considering it, I would go ahead and do it on the 24th, just so, like, with time zones and stuff, you don't miss out on it if you want it. But again, I have those links down in the description box below so you can check out more about the combo club. Today, I used one of the combo clubs from 2024 for this card. Now, I'm going to show you the packaging, but I keep throwing stuff around. Here we go. So this was from 2024, and it came with the stamp and then the stencils to color it in. Thank you all so much for the kind words about my card. I do see those coming in. Now, if you would like to be entered to win this card one time over in the chat box, you're going to type in hashtag combo, hashtag, oh, bye Danny, hashtag COMBO. Make sure it looks exactly like it does on screen. You need the hashtag, no spaces. Now, there's no reason to spam the chat with hashtag combo because you do only get one entry per username. But if you happen to look up and see, oh no, I put in a space, or oh, I put a D instead of a B, go back, type that in one more time so you get your entry. And while I'm waiting for that, don't forget, once you have put in your hashtag combo, if you haven't yet already, give this video a thumbs up. Right now, there are 90 people on and 84 thumbs up. Can we get it to 90? Can we get like 100% thumbs up? If you haven't yet given a thumbs up, please do so. And I will turn on some music while we wait for the timer to go off. All right, guys, before I pick a winner, I do just want to give you a heads up that if you have any final questions or comments for me, please make sure to get those over in the chat, because once I announce the winner, we will be pretty much winding down, saying our goodbyes, so I can answer any final questions. Karen says, do I have TE Summer Nights layering stencil? I think so, Karen. I think that was that like a free gift with purchase last year at one point? I think I have it, not 100%. And I think did they do like summer nights and summer days, or they have a couple different ones. So I know that tomorrow we'll be seeing that, I believe, from you, right, on our live. All right, guys, let's pick a winner. So good luck to everyone, and congratulations goes to Janice C. Congratulations, Janice. To claim your prize, down at the bottom of the description box below is a link to a Google form. You will have 24 hours to fill that out. You'll want to know what it says your username was on screen. So it's the name you see on screen now. And you'll kind of describe the card you won, give me your address, and then I will get this mailed out. Again, my plan is to go to the post office on Friday. Make sure to fill it out. If I were you, I would do it right after I'm done with the live so that you don't forget and that I can get your card to you. Leanne says, does a membership include a stamp set too, or just embossing folder and stencils? So the one that you saw me use today, it was part of last year's combo club, which was that big red rubber stamp set and layering stencils. So the stamp and stencil combo, that was the club. This year, it is a layering stencil set and 3D embossing folder. So there is no stamp this year, but like I mentioned last year, they started the Super Size Me items. So they might have more stuff that goes with each month. They'll have stuff that goes with each month. There might be some stamps. I was trying to find. Where is it? Okay, so I've lost it, but last year when this one came out, they did have a die that cut these out. I showed it earlier. Can't find it now. It's lost here somewhere, but they might have stamp sets that go with it. Jennifer says, question, I can't figure out how to give your video a thumbs up. So Jennifer, right underneath where the video is playing, there is, I think it's a button that just shows a thumbs up, or it might say like, maybe, but it's usually right underneath the screen. Like the chat, when I look at the chat, it's usually off to the right, and then underneath, like where it says like my channel name and subscribe and join, there should be a thumbs up. Okay, Susan says it says like. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it showed the thumbs up or like. Thank you, Susan. Laura said it too. Thank you. All right, guys. So thank you again for being here with me today. Again, I'll be back tomorrow for Color Cube Live with Karen. So you'll see us craft with the same Color Cube card, but we will be using different products. And I know that Karen's going to use that Summer Night stencil set that she was talking about. And I think maybe she's also going to use the embossing folder with it. Is that right, Karen? So you're going to kind of get to see how the 2025 Combo Club works with that layering stencil and then having an embossing folder to go with it. And I'm going to be working with a stencil set that my sister sent me that I have not yet used. Yes, Karen says tomorrow she will have the embossing folder to go with it. So you'll get even better idea of how that kind of works together. Let me see if I have any other question. All right. Laura says, what time tomorrow? It is at 10 a.m. Central. So if you go to the live tab here on my channel, you should be able to see it, and then you can set a reminder. So 10 a.m. Central. All right. All right, guys. I think that is it. I don't see any new questions. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I always love to get crafty with you so we can chat together and, hey, try out new things like we did today with embossing on that wood grain cardstock. I will update the description box below with some more links. So if you give me about 30 minutes, you can go there and check out the sponge daubers. I'm going to fix the wood grain cardstock link, and I am going to add the sand erasers in case any of you are like me and sometimes get those ink splotches. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until tomorrow with my live with Karen, I will, I hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.